Nowadays, we can create these grooves and patterns on a lathe, but processing a stone pillar 12 cubits high would be a very challenging task even today. So how were these columns created? To the astonishing perfection of ancient times. The ancient builders used machine tools in the same way we use them today? If so, is it possible that they carved these machine tools right in this temple? Here you can see a very strange device in the hands of a god named Masana Bhairava. Clearly represents a type of chisel. The mechanism called planetary gears. The outer gear has 32 teeth, while the inner gear has exactly half that number, namely 16 teeth. This is how we use reducers today. If this were just an imaginary tool, how could ancient sculptors come up with such a gear ratio of 2:1? What else is interesting here? We can also see a clasp that wraps around this mechanism and is fixed in the center. Today we use exactly the same technology. We use something called a locking ring to keep these mechanisms in place. If historians are correct, how could primitive people, working with chisels and hammers, conceive such a complex mechanism? Is it possible that advanced mechanical processing technology was used 900 years ago? Isn't that why we see such perfect columns? What is even more interesting here is that Masana Bhairava means the god of measurement. Is it just a coincidence that the god of measurement holds an advanced tool in his hands? But the most interesting evidence of mechanical processing is not outside the temple, so let's delve into the deep dark chambers of the temple. And let's see if we can find any more evidence. Before you is a god standing 7 feet tall, adorned with the most terrifying decorations. His crown is adorned with skulls less than 1 inch wide, and you can pass a small twig through one eye and it will come out through the ear on the other side. The twig can also be passed from ear to ear, as well as from ear to mouth, in any way that is convenient for you. This means that the entire skull is hollow inside. It is impossible to extract the interior of a small sphere that is only 1 inch wide. Even with modern machines, it would be very difficult. We know for sure that creating a hollow sphere inside such a small stone is impossible with primitive tools. It is possible that the small skulls, crowns, and other fragments were carved from other stones and then glued together.